we are going to go into digital outputs. Right here is a digital output connector on the back of a 920. You see we have plus 5 volts, we have ground, we have 0, 2 through IO number 6. So you see the red wire is terminated on plus 5 volts and the black wire is on IO1. So what we're doing here is we want to, after we trip a set point, turn on a relay to either stop the batch or light up a light or anything along the lines of that. So we're just going to get into wiring. So we're on plus 5 volts and we are on a digital output. Now, usually you think with an output, the output turns on and then the on of the output goes to ground and then turns on the relay or whatever it may be. The 920 or any rice like weight indicator is a little bit different. If we measure the voltage between plus 5 and IO1, right now we're going to get 0 volts between them. So right now the 0.01 output is high. So right now they're both plus 5 volts, and if we went between plus 5 and ground, or IO1 and ground, we would get 5 volts. On the rice lakes and on this 920, we have a sinking output. So basically the output goes from, when the output's on, it goes from plus 5 volts to ground. This allows more current to flow through to drive a relay or whatever else you may have connected to it. With our output in the energized state, you see the light turn on. So when the light is on, IO1 goes to ground and 5 volts is still at 5 volts, causing a 5 volt potential difference across 5 volt and the digital output. So now we have taken our red and black wires, red being our plus 5 volt and black being our, off of our digital output. If you can see on the relay, A1 is supposed to be a positive voltage with a 5 volts differential difference to a more negative point, which is A2 on the left hand side. So if you're looking at the relay, or if this is a solid state relay, your red would go to your plus and your black would go to your minus. Even though the output, as we saw before, is black, so black is coming off of our output, that's going from a plus 5 volt down to 0 volts, leaving a 5 volt potential difference between red and black. So I've set up a set point in this 920. So when I go over set point, you'll hear this relay click and the little red LED, green LED will turn on. LED on. You can also see a 2 or IO on the 920 is on as well. We'll go below set point. Lights are off. You can also hear the click as well. And that is a relay tied to a digital output on a 920i or any rice lake with a sinking output.